What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE, Nintendo Switch, and gaming news video that I have here for you guys in my village. Today, we've got some awesome information from a variety of different sectors, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Famitsu Most Wanted for April 20th through April 26th, 2017 is here. For those who don't know, the Famitsu magazine online publication polls their users to see what games they're most excited for, and we do have the Nintendo only titles. Now, I'm not going to go over the full list of 17 titles here, but I will go over the top 5 and you'll see a nice little cutout of the full list in addition to a link in the description below. So let's go ahead and get into this here. At number 5, we have Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch with 235 votes. We have at number 4, The Snack World on Nintendo 3DS with 326 votes. At number 3, we have The Alliance Alive on the Nintendo 3DS with 458 votes. At number 2, we have Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch with 488 votes. And at number 1, we have Dragon Quest XI on the Nintendo 3DS with 1,203 votes. Awesome stuff there. There's a ton of great games on this list, from Xenoblade, ARMS, Dragon Quest on the Switch, and more. What do you guys think about the top Nintendo titles here? I would love to get your opinions in the comments section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Blaster Master Zero hits 80,000 units sold on the Nintendo Switch. So Takahashi Mochizuki from the Wall Street Journal has talked about this, saying that Nintendo's third-party title Blaster Master earned 80,000 downloads so far with 6 months of production by 35 members, and it says Tokyo Sandbox, or indie developers of Tokyo. So that is really good. The fact that it's already sold that much in such a little bit of time and 6 months of development, that is a very streamlined, fast process in order to make your money back quickly and start actually profiting on your investment as far as what you've done. And it's just started. It's only been 2 months here. Blaster Master Zero is still going to continue to sell at a nice price point of $9.99 for the content that you get, plus the DLC that they're going to be doing. I think this game has a long life in front of it in terms of sales, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it top out at around maybe 300,000 or more based on all the different promotions and things when it's all said and done, lifetime to date sales. So that'd be very good for this style of game, and hopefully we get another Blaster Master in the future. I would love to see a new one, maybe with more modern style graphics. I think there's a lot of different stuff that they can do, but for right now, Blaster Master Zero on Nintendo Switch is doing extremely well. Now, they did not give the numbers for the 3DS version, but I'm guessing that it's lower than the Nintendo Switch version, just because I think the Switch, it already is, like, you can play it portably and you can play it on the home. So I'm thinking most people who wanted this style of game probably purchased the Switch and just bought it on there instead of 3DS. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. PaRappa the Rapper creators announced a brand new project called Project Rap Ribbit. So this is from Masaya Mitsura and Kenichi Yano, the creators of two of the most legendary music games of all time. So Nana Onsha and INIS have launched a new teaser website for Project Rap Ribbit, a collaborative new rhythm action game. PaRappa the Rapper creator Masaya Mitsura, the official Twitter and Facebook accounts were also launched. Further information was not detailed at this point, and you can see a background video from the teaser website right here. So I'm really interested in this game because both of those games were some of my favorite games growing up as a kid, especially PaRappa. Like, he has a special place in my heart. I thought he was like one of the coolest video game characters ever when I used to play his game, and the graphics were so cool and unique back in the day. It's kind of sad to see what's happened to PaRappa. I think he deserves better. They haven't really been doing him justice at this point, so let's hope that this new project, Project Rap Ribbit, can live up to those two, because both of those games are really good and hold a special place in a lot of people's hearts, especially the PS1 days, man. You used to see PaRappa all over the place. So looking forward to seeing what they have to do, and let me know some of your favorite memories of those two games. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Apparently, there is a new Thief game and film reportedly in development. So Square Enix states that they don't have anything to report at this time. But let's go ahead and get into this article here. So a fifth Thief game is currently in development alongside a film adaptation planned to launch in step with the game, according to film creator Straight Up Films. The Thief film will be set in the steampunk world created by video game and tell a new character in a storied world of a series protagonist. It is written by Adam Mason and Simon Boyles, produced by Marissa Polvino, Kate Cohen and Roy Lee, and executive produced by Sandra Condito. Straight Up Films' official film project page mentions the new game being in development. When asked if Square Enix could confirm a fifth Thief game is in development, as per the project page's claim, a company representative told us, "We don't have anything to announce at this time." The fourth entry in the Thief series, a reboot simply titled Thief, launched for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, and PC in February 2014. So this is definitely big news, guys. I remember back when Thief was coming out, so many people were hyping up this game and saying that it was going to be so good because it looked really good. The graphics were really good on PS4, Xbox One, and even on the PS3 and Xbox 360. And then the game came out and it was a real big disappointment to fans. Not necessarily everyone, because there were people who enjoyed the game, but a lot of fans just said this is not the Thief game that we were really looking for. This does not live up to the Thief games in the past. So let's hope that this whole film adaptation and all this other junk that's going on with it when it comes to the directors and producers and all that doesn't get in the way of the quality of the game, because coming off of the last Thief game, I don't think they can afford to really have another bad Thief game. I think that would be bad for the fans, especially because this franchise is a higher rated one, especially the older titles. A lot of people really love those Thief games. So let's hope that it turns out well, but I don't want to be down on it. But games with film adaptations necessarily aren't the greatest, but we'll see what happens. Alright, and moving on to the last article for today. Disgaea 5 Complete has 110,000 pre-orders between the US and Europe. So Disgaea 5 Complete hasn't launched yet in the West, but it's already on track to outpace sales in Japan by a large margin. NIS America President Takuto Yamashita told MVC that pre-orders for the game are sitting at around 110,000 copies in the West. Pre-orders are 78,000 units in the US and 36,000 units in Europe. As far as European countries go, Disgaea 5 Complete is doing the best in France because the country has been booming up with Japanese culture over the last decade, according to Yamashita. Yamashita also pointed to the inclusion of French text as a key factor, while the UK was typically the biggest market in Europe for the Disgaea series. That's not the case with Disgaea 5 Complete, as Yamashita says NIS needs to improve the situation. Regarding the US, Yamashita noted that its biggest market for Disgaea outside of Japan. Regarding the US, Yamashita noted that it's the biggest market for Disgaea outside of Japan. He said that it's one of the well-recognized JRPGs among such US communities. Let's get into his actual quotes here. The era is over for Japanese games companies to just rely on the Japanese market. The Japanese video game market is getting smaller. If you look at the recent Tokyo Game Show, you do not feel the momentum that it used to have until 5 years ago. The Japanese video game market share might be now less than 30% of the world, while I think the Western market share accounts for around 70%. Therefore, Japanese games companies need to focus more on the Western market to expand their game business. In order to make the NIS group's consolidated figures better, our Western sales is very important. While the Western pre-orders for Disgaea 5 Switch exceeded 110,000 units, the Japanese sell-in numbers on the game was unfortunately less than 20,000 units. We have predicted this would happen to some extent, however we were surprised that the gap was much bigger than we thought. Yamashita called Disgaea 5 Complete a natural fit for the Nintendo Switch given the franchise's presence on portable devices over the past decade. NIS America has been working with Nintendo on the game to promote it in the West by including it in Nintendo Switch's preview tour and Nintendo Direct. So you guys know I'm going to talk about this quite a bit because I have a lot to say as far as the Japanese game market and what Japanese developers need to do. I think it's very important for Japanese developers to understand, or at least to try to get their games day and date or near the time that it releases in Japan. Like, I understand translation takes a long time. There's a lot of little quirks and humors. You got to worry about the ratings boards. There's so many different things that you have to worry about that goes into when a game can launch in one region compared to another region. But to do your best, in order to maximize things, I definitely think getting it as close as you can to the launch in Japan would be good. This is not too bad since it launched in March and then we're getting it in May when it comes to the Nintendo Switch version of Disgaea 5. And I do feel that Disgaea 5 has a chance to do really good on the Nintendo Switch in the long term, not just pre-orders wise or day one sales, just because of the type of game that it is, the type of content that it packs. You're going to get a lot of people who play this game, show it off on the Nintendo Switch, and then other people are going to buy it like based on that, because it's not a household name when it comes to JRPGs or when it comes to just the overall scheme of the game industry. It is good, a lot of people know about it, but it's not like Final Fantasy. It's not even up to the level of like a Xenoblade at this point. So I do think that sales are going to continue to come in once YouTubers and once other websites get their hands on the Nintendo Switch version and let people know about how good the game is, how much content is in there. So that is good for NIS America, because he's right. They definitely need to rely on the Western game market in order to get more sales. Hey, look, I know Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto and all the games sell so much here in America, but there's a lot of people who don't like those type of games and rather play games like Disgaea or rather play games like Persona and Japanese RPGs in the Western territory. So making sure that you get the quality content out, like he's saying here, making sure that you have the text in there, and making sure that you have everything that's suited for the different Western markets and regions that you're going for is really important to continue to drive those sales. So I'm really looking forward to Disgaea 5. I'm working with NIS in order to get a review copy. They've been asking me a few questions here and there, and I do feel that I might get one. No guarantees, but I might get one, so it would be nice that I could show off the game to you guys, let you know how it plays, and just kind of give my overall impressions from someone who isn't big into the Disgaea franchise, but really excited about strategy RPGs and RPGs in general on the Nintendo Switch because of the portable and home console nature. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this one, but I do want to remind people we do have this amazing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild amiibo giveaway that we're doing on our Patreon campaign. Pledge any tier, you'll be able to get entered in to win this. We'll be raffling it off early June, but entries will close off around May 31st. So check out the link in the description below. We've got a lot of cool perks and rewards for all of you Ninja out there that support us on Patreon, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys, because a lot of you guys have been signing up over the past 2 days. We got a brand new Ninja training video that I'm working on as well, so I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace!